everybody is able to hear the labored breathing of Bishop. As at this point, I need I believe it's a pure stamina roll from you, Bishop, as to keep conscious here. As well, essentially, you are bleeding out since you've got the right most 3 boxes filled with lethal.
Let me do that. Last 2 boxes, but I think 3. Let me take a look. Yeah, I'm just doing that. Yes, just a second. Let me try. And I think, did I succeed? And 0 success. Yes.
And
I'm just gurgling, and I'm not feeling too great, and I'm slightly keeling over.
Oh man, that don't look so good. You should definitely get that checked out. I got me a first aid kit in the back of the truck. I know how I use a bit of it, but if there's someone else that can help, that'd be nice.
Yeah, Sasha's definitely gonna be.
I can do so.
Sasha's willing to lend her hands, but I don't have any medicine to help out.
All right. I mean, I can just get it dressed up and get you ready for the hospital. If that's all right.
Bishop is no longer conscious.
I'd like to crouch.
Oh, well, then he ain't got no say in it.
I approve.
I'd like to kneel down by Bishop and just take his hand. It's like, I don't know if you can hear me, Padre, but you hold on in there. Get you out. Get you fixed.
So yeah, Robert's gonna go to the back of the truck, grab his first aid kit, and run back over to Bishop.
Now, usually this is an extended action, but since we're just trying to stabilize, not treat, I will just allow it to be intelligence medicine here.
All right, that's not a great roll.
Can I assist on that?
Yeah.
Can I assist?
Everybody can assist if you so choose, but that -3 if you don't have medicine makes that roll rough.
Yeah.
Willpower.
I will also willpower.
Get 1.
You got +1.
That's decent roll now. Oh, look at that. Why is it 9 again?
Yeah, why are you set to 9 again?
I don't know.
Need to stop that.
I don't. Well, I mean, I rolled how many
Still
dice?
3 successes.
Okay, 3 successes.
Still 3. All right. You are able to staunch the bleeding. However, as you are working on Bishop, you realize these lacerations gonna need stitches. And pretty deep ones, too. Not something that, even if you were more trained, not something your first aid kit can handle.
I ain't got enough stitches in this here bag. You need more thread than I got. Not that you can hear me at all, but you know. Let me see here. Who'd he ride with? You got room, or should I just lay him down in the back?
Sasha's gonna look to her car. I can clear the back seat.
We get into a hospital. I don't think we got time for conversation. Let's just get
You know
to
what?
the hospital.
I've had blood in the back of my truck before from hunts. They just throw him in the back. He'd be fine. Maybe don't throw him, but you know, I'll drive slow over these dirt roads.
As you do so, Bishop, you wave in and out of consciousness. There's moments where you do wake up, you see trees. The next moment you're awake, you see bright fluorescent lighting. It isn't until probably about a week later, that you actually wake up. Who would have been by Bishop's side during this week?
Yeah,
Sure, he
Sasha
got himself a pretty nurse, maybe.
Sasha would probably like bring by baked goods or scraps from the bakery every night at the very least to whoever is standing vigil over Bishop.
Anybody?
yeah, I don't mind.
We could rotate
I'll
and then
say,
we can
yeah,
roll a dice and see who's on shift.
Edward.
That
Bishop.
works, yeah.
Bishop, the first person you see is Edward, and actually quite a bit of baked goods that you can only assume are either from Edward or from somebody else in the cell.
Guys, where am I? What happened? Did we win?
You're in hospital. You can say
And I pass out again.
just take it easy, alright? Don't push yourself.
Hey, what are we gonna do with that Talipo? Like, I mean, it's dead, and we rushed Bishop to the hospital, but what are we gonna do with that? Are we gonna go back and bury it? Like, that can't be good to have, just people find it.
Coyotes
the
will
crows
probably
do that
find
thing.
it first.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Live?
Oh, they're the crows, ravens, buzzards. They'll all do that thing.
And what did you say, Gandhi?
I said the coyotes will probably find it first, which essentially the same comment, except the scavenger I used has 4 legs instead of 2.
So, unless Sasha, it seems like the rest of the cell is uninterested in any sort of burial. If Sasha wishes to go back out, that would be of her own volition.
You know what? I think at some point within that week or even just after Bishop wakes up, I think Sasha would probably go back out to where it was. And the way I picture it is that the corpse has already been found by all kinds of scavengers. But for whatever reason, the tail has been completely ignored by anything. Not really in a reverent sort of thing, maybe in a preternatural sort of thing. So I kind of think that she would just like dig a pit, put the tail in there, cover it up, and sort of like be like a, I wish we could have done things different. You could talk, you could think, and I wish you could have just thought better.
And on actually that nice sentiment, actually, with Bishop waking up, we are going to now fast forward roughly about a year. With that being stated, few things have changed in the preceding months. Bishop is now up, walking perfectly, well, as healthy as one can be when you have a large laceration on your chest. Probably still get phantom pains and the like from it, but it's healed, minus the scars. Your lives have not changed overly much, with the exception of concerning rumors of not just cities in West Virginia, but cities all around the world experiencing tribulations. Most of the common folk believe that these are just random acts of violence due to ongoing tensions caused by the plague that is being spread about, while others, more in the supernatural know, as it were. These are coordinated strikes between vampiric individuals against each other for the resource that vampires always want. Chattel, blood, and the like. Edward, where exactly is the safe place that the cell not necessarily calls home, but calls HQ?
Converted basement. Couple shelves, 10 goods.
Is it located in any nearby
Little bit of
town,
anomaly,
city?
but it's under Edward's. Edward's own little apartment, single story, ground floor.
Is he still here?
So it's
There it goes.
there's usually like a big old sort of steamer truck type thing on top of the trapdoor, and it's just a ladder going down. Single light, bare light bulb, concrete lined bunker.
That is where everybody finds themselves as news breaks out the night before that unfortunately the capital in Charleston has seen an unexpected amount of damage due to, well, as the news reports say, rioting. However, there are certainly suspicions of something more going on.
Can I do something like a bit more of an investigation, see what's behind the stories?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's that check?
That's going to be intelligence plus investigation. And this would obviously be before the scene. A little bit of a flashback, as it were.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is not a good roll. Oh, chance die. Don't really love these.
Not going to burn willpower?
No,
Didn't roll.
there's nothing.
Didn't roll. It didn't roll a dice at all.
Did not. I forgot an 8.
Oh, yeah, it did. Okay.
Oh,
I did.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
let's. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a chance die. There's just no modifiers to it.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't roll a die. It says in
hold
the.
on.
You would just need to roll one die. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, nothing. Oh.
Very close to dramatic failure. So, I mean, you would know that most of the buildings that were attacked were notable establishments. Most of them are relatively old, been around in operation for long periods of time. Some of them... Actually, there's a weird juxtapose, because there are the ones that have been owned for a very long time, and then there are other newer upstarts that have been attacked. Most of everything has been burned. Whatever's been attacked, gasoline, Molotovs. There's been even a couple of instances of napalm and more military-grade incendiaries being used. Obviously, this is drawing the attention of government agencies as well. But this is also information that everybody else could gather too.
Normally, it's the other way around. The government is the one supplying the napalm.
Is there anything that the Long Night, our own internal network is, there's chatter in the wind within our loosely connected hunters?
Right now, the Long Night is stretched thin. There's somewhat, not necessarily a common belief, but there is a belief that in the Long Night that the end times have come. And you are the militia of the Great Tribulations. If that was true at the founding of the Longest Night, things have only further escalated. It's one of those things that the Longest Night is finding that even with its network, there are too many fires to put out. If it's not one thing, it's another. If it's not these attacks, which, regardless of whether or not, because the Longest Night is split. Some believe that these are just people acting out. Others believe that there are other motivations behind it. But even then, there's other things that are more concrete. Things that you don't need to speculate about to, focus on.
Is there a nearby scene that we may be able to perhaps visit and get a bit more, maybe insight, like a crime scene or something, that we can at least distinguish between, is it people or not? Question.
How far away would you say your humble abode is, Edward, from the most recent attack, which was in Charleston?
Certainly more rural than any kind of built-up area, so probably not quite the nomadic hermit levels, but definitely further out than fewer and fewer houses.
So most of these are in heavily populated areas, so no matter, even if you don't choose Charleston, which is the newest location, it's at least an hour or two out. Frederick, Robert?
So we go take a stroll through town. I mean, there's no better way to figure out what's going on than your own eyes. Like, can't trust what things are being reported. We stroll through. We see anything unusual, so be it. We investigate. If not, I mean, fire is fire.
I mean, that's like an hour away, though. That's a long drive just to walk around.
I mean,
I got
An hour away ain't that bad.
Just to, maybe just to start,
Where are you going to be, Bobby?
just to start looking into it with a map with a few. What Bishop would want to do is just get a map and get the locations of known things. So before we go, maybe some kind of a pattern may emerge with maybe dates as far as we know. Start with 20, 30, 40. Last is the one. Find out first, second, third, fourth. Is that like a historical or geographical pattern that Bishop is seeing?
Roll me intelligence plus, because I would feasibly believe that you guys have a map down here because this is a matter of some concern. That would be plus. You're looking for patterns.
Yep.
Do academics, actually. I feel like that would be better for figuring out patterns.
Academics would be great for patterns, and Bishop wouldn't be the guy to find those patterns. At the -3, Bishop is gonna do a heroic effort and
Try.
and he will try. Yes, that's definitely gonna happen. All right, let's give it a shot. Did I roll?
You rolled a 1 on
my
a chance die.
Oh! Get the...
Is that definition of dramatic failure, or did I just,
Yep.
Yes, that's a dramatic failure.
Yeah.
A natural dramatic failure.
Take
All
the-
right.
Take a beat.
I think that's a first.
you could always ask Bishop to make things more interesting. It's there in his blood.
I was gonna roll after him, but I'm not rolling anymore.
All right.
You think Bishop took all these pins, like putting all over? Oh my god, I saw a pattern.
It's a smiley face.
It's a smiley face pinned by hand to the map. Help!
Which side is north? Where is? Oh my god.
I actually know how to answer this, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh no, the DM's decided to go this route." As you make there are some connections you're able to make. As stated, the places that are hit are old and new. The modus, modus operandi is all the same. It's always by fire. With that bit of information, you start looking at like nearby cemeteries and the like to see if, due to your own, maybe unbeknownst to Bishop, but due to your own predisposition to look for certain types of monsters, you start. There are a number that are close to a few cemeteries, so the idea of maybe these are poltergeist happenings. That's your current running thought.
It's poltergeist, guys. You see around the graveyards. I think we're dealing with a ghost infestation here. They're just burning the places down. Don't you see it? Pointing toward the graveyard right there.
I'd like to reach out to my contacts, because I've got 2 dots in seance contacts, and just try and see if something is going on.
Okay, so the way I would say is use manipulation plus socialize with bonus dice equal to your number of dots and contacts.
Ooh. socialize is not good for me, but let's go for it. And modifier of 2. Ooh! I managed to get a success.
Nice.
You're able to get a hold of them, and okay, so what exact? You don't usually call this number, Sasha. What exactly can I help you with?
So we're trying to look for a pattern in a bunch of fires and civil disruptions recently, and we're wanting to see if maybe someone had heard about, like, I don't know, someone who died in a fire and, you know, is pissed off about that, or was tickled pink about all that. Or maybe if we could, you know, try and reach out to some, like, fires are deadly, people die in fires. Could we reach out to someone who died in a fire and try and get some perspective from their side?
I mean, that's certainly possible, but you hear a bit of the breath catch as there are certain things that have been happening. I'm actually based in Chicago. I don't know if you had noticed that by the phone number, but I'm actually based in Chicago, and a lot of the people here, we've attempted several seances in the past few months, and I don't know, there's something not quite right going on. Where the things contacting us back are bad. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, just bad.
Bad people or bad not people?
It's like if you ripped out the thing that made a person, and you were just left with what was left. And I mean, it's only hearsay and rumors, but I've heard of entire groups just being ripped to shreds after a seance.
Okay.
I don't have... I wish I had more solid answers, because...
Yeah. No, I mean, by all means, it sounds like it's getting dangerous, and keep yourself safe.
You do the same. I personally wouldn't recommend doing any seances unless, like, you're absolute ready for whatever door you open, so to speak. And I don't know, things are getting bad out there. I'm sure you guys heard the news of what happened over in... Where hasn't it happened? I've heard it. It happened in Turkey. I've heard it happen in... You're in the West Virginia area. I heard it just like last night, right?
Yeah. It's getting closer, and cell's getting rattled. That's why I thought to reach out.
I don't know how or why you do what you do, but Godspeed.
Well, thank you. Take care.
Please do the same.
So coming back to the cell, so I'd say, whatever is going on, whatever is causing these fires or something like that, it doesn't sound human, and it doesn't sound happy. And I think our best course of action would be to say, since we have a site near us that just happened at, let's go there, but not in an effort to seance anything, in an effort to exorcise things. Like Bishop, what if we just went to Charlotte, we found somewhere in the heart of the storm, and you just tried to banish everything you could as hard as you could?
If you guys are gonna join this, yes, we could, but things could get very ugly. I hear you. That is, with the poltergeist finding, this is matching something ephemeral we may be looking into. Maybe a demonic presence. And you are seeing, Bishop, just that maybe what we are looking at. Guys, this is not the guy with the tail. You're finding Bishop unconscious, just, going through the... This is a different sort of beast we may be looking at.
You think? I mean, we can stand here and speculate. Maybe it's the government, maybe it's aliens, who knows? But I'm with Bishop. We go out there and we just take a look.
Well, if it's one of these poltergeists, as you say, we got something that can hurt it. I mean, I got guns and bullets. Is that just gonna go right through?
I'm gonna pull the Bible. That's what hurts them. Yes, we do. We have the mother of all weapons. Fear not.
Load the truck up with salt, crucifixes. What else would ghosts not like?
Holy water.
Holy water. Yeah, get some. I know we burned everything down already. Get some gasoline in there. I'm sure Ghost doesn't like fire, anyways.
He was burning the place down. I think he likes fire a bit too much.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna throw something out here with my occult of 1.
Okay.
Hopefully, I know this is.
I trust this. My
You
old
trust
used
that.
Bible. That's what I'd go with.
What are you rolling?
Oh, it's more whether I know this on an occult of 1. Of what do I know about anchors?
Sometimes spirits connect themselves to an object. That's about it.
So you're not looking for someone, you're looking for something, maybe. Could be a ring, a necklace, even a book. Child's toy, who knows? But something out there that's going to be holding it to this place. It is a ghost, that is.
What the gas is for. Like, we got this covered. Let's get the truck running.
As you guys know, after spending about a month in the hospital, I'm few times I was able to get some sense of some of the objects. So if we find that, we may be able to find out what it is. But before we do, does it look like the MO of a poltergeist, like what we are seeing so far? Am I seeing any contradictions on like these many locations and whatnot?
Going back to your failed roll, you're not seeing any contradictions on your end.
No contradictions. This poltergeist it is what it is. I'm very confident this is a... Edward, I think you're right. We got to stack up on alternative means, but now the fate is our shield, as we call it, yes, in this one.
All right. So then, what other alternate methods do we have available other than their Bible there?
Well, Frederick had already mentioned salt, gasoline. Yeah.
Is that got to be kosher salt?
Hell if I know.
Himalayan salt
Go
also
Go
could
down,
work.
we'll go
I
down to
know.
Walmart. We'll get some of the like cheapo iodized or iodine stuff. We can get one of those fancy little like pink rock salt shakers. I don't know. I mean,
Pickling salt.
Yeah,
Let's try
That's
rock
not
salt
it.
while we're at it.
I
Who
could load
knows?
that in some shotgun shells.
yeah, we can put some like road salt in a shotgun shell. That'll work.
Yeah, I think it's there's an idea there.
I'm gonna start working on that.
All right. So, with this plan in the works, you guys make your way. Robert, I'm guessing you're driving your truck
Yep.
with the boys in the back.
That might not be entirely legal since we're in town.
It don't matter.
Yeah, they all know. We just going down to the Walmart. Don't worry, officer.
You see blue flashing lights, you all keep your heads down for a bit.
You, after about an hour, end up in Charleston. And without too much hesitation, you head to one of the first locations, which is a lovely establishment known as the Embassy Suites by Hilton, which is one of the locations that was hit. You see it completely cordoned off. You see local law enforcement manning the perimeter. You see fire and rescue still searching the area. This place isn't even cold yet. You can still see bits of smoke where the fire hasn't quite been put out yet. It's still quite an active area.
The entire building or one suite? Like, what's the extent of the fire?
The entire place is burned out, pretty much. There's probably whatever's burning on the inside is the last of it. You can't imagine that it's has much more to burn, but the shell of this place is still smoldering, as it were.
I'm gonna pull the priest collar here. Maybe they'll let me pray on the recently deceased, just to go through the. Are there cops preventing people from going through, or does it look like everybody left? Emergency services left already. What's the state?
The cops are preventing people from entering. Obviously, it's a burnt-out building. It's not necessarily safe for most people to be in. Fire and rescue is still they're still bringing in buckets, hoses, etc. to take care of the fire inside, as it seems to be an inner part that is still maybe somewhat on fire.
Oof.
I'd like to approach one of the nearby police officers or firefighters, whichever one's closest.
Police, definitely.
And just chat. Yeah, go up. I was just had to check my notes there, and go up and say, Edward Heller, Lieutenant First Class, U.S. Army. Just wondering if I could help.
The officer kind of gives you a nod and goes, unfortunately, unless you have a list of suspects for this, not much that can be done now. Anybody that's in there is...
I can help, though.
Anybody in there is long gone, and people that did it are in the wind. We've got no suspects. You can tell this guy's a little bit younger.
You always like to be trapped somewhere, burning. Right up until the last moment, you don't ever stop giving up. You just think that any moment somebody might find you. Fortunately for people like me, there are a few people that just don't stop looking.
kind of raises an eyebrow. He blinks and is unsure of how to respond.
What I'm asking is just, you let me in there and you let me out with that firefighters. Look, I've been worse places than this. Trust me.
I can't recommend anybody go in. I know you said you're military, but like, still, it's our job here to do our job, and it's your job to do what you need to do out there for us. And I understand that, but it's still one of those things. It wouldn't reflect good on me to let you in there.
While this is all going on, I just wonder if it's enough, potentially enough for a distraction for some of the others to do something.
Depends on what the others are doing while you're talking up this cop.
If that's what's going on, I'm gonna try to, guys. Maybe you see the signal. Just try to discreetly, just go inside to get a read of the situation.
So if you're
Ghost out from the street.
I'll also try and sneak past.
Yeah. I'm going to try to sneak past. Yeah.
Anybody's trying to sneak past, I need stealth plus dexterity here, plus any relevant specialties if you got them.
All right.
This would a specialty in B&E count? Breaking and entering.
Actually, no, because most of the doors, if they're gone.
Already broken.
Yep. It's already
I got
broken.
1 success. Yeah.
2 successes.
I think Robert would stay back and help with distractions if they're going in.
Yeah, even if I sneak in, I ain't calling a ghost out. Like, cops are still cops.
So, Sasha and Bishop, you make it past the police barricade with relatively no problem, thanks to Robert, Frederick, and Edward's assistance. I'm assuming Frederick's also helping, keeping eyes off of them.
I will do my best.
Just do a fun dance. You'll be fine.
I can go like pass out in the road.
Nice.
No, that sounds like a simple idea, but it's
Make a scene.
So,
Very cool.
as you make your way into what used to be the lobby of this hotel, you have to quickly duck behind a doorway as firefighters make their way throughout the building. You can see that you can hear a little bit of what sounds like water running, so you're assuming they are still fighting at least the last remains, but it seems mostly they are checking, see if they can recover anything or how structurally sound the building is. They're kind of at that stage now.
I'm gonna turn to Sasha. Sasha, I'm gonna try to get a read, but I may not be able to respond for a few seconds. I'm gonna try to get a read of this place. If somebody is coming, just you know, if it comes to it, try to distract them if there is anything that we should be asking in your mind.
All right, I can cover, and just I was given a pretty staunch warning of don't reach out and invite. Like there's bad shit that we do not want to engage as friendly. We're wanting to push away, unless it's someone who died here, and then I guess we could see if they saw anything other than fire.
I'm not going to invite anything, Sasha. You see me do it. I'm gonna try to read the place as gently as I can. I won't be inviting anything to my body or anything. That's not what I'm going to do. I like to use psychometry to get a read, basically.
Okay, give me that roll.
Yeah.
I know it costs a point of willpower.
It does. It's the wits and occult. I'm doing that right now, and this one, and 1 second. That's set rolls. Did 7 success. Wow.
Woo! All right.
See
What does an exceptional success do on this roll? I have to ask.
Dramatic failure, then the exceptional success. It's entirely on you to give me what it is that we are reading out.
A lot of times they have a exceptional success modifier given for these type of things. So let me see. This is from Hurt Locker?
No, it's from the blue book. Chronicles of Darkness, yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know, the success had a number of questions we can ask, but however you want to.
Let me just make sure. See, this is a merit. Where are my merits listed? Merits, supernatural merits. Clairvoyance, curse. Oh, no. Ah, here we go. Nope. No. Sorry, I'm reading all the different. Okay. So, that's 7 questions. Yeah, it doesn't give any other bonuses. I just wanted to make sure of that.
To make it simpler, whatever the reading that I am getting, if we are, maybe we may have agreed on questions or to make it easier.
So, I will, to make it a little bit easier, how about I answer the sample questions in the book?
Why not? Yeah.
What's the strongest emotion here? Desperation. This is a conflux of desperate people. Who remembers this moment the most? That is muddied because it is so recent. Everybody kind of remembers this moment very strongly.
Okay.
Am I missing something in this scene? You're missing crucial context. Where was this object during the event? Well, you're doing a building, so the object
Doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Relevant here.
What breaking point caused this event? Lack of resources.
Lack of resources. 2 questions we have left. One thing that yes, no question I'm going to ask. Was this an ephemeral being caused this fire?
Short answer, no. Long answer, yes. Because I have to answer these honestly. So short answer, no. Long answer, yes.
Long answer, yes. The culprit, is it still in the building?
No.
Whatever caused this? No. Okay. I'm just coming out of the trance. I'm just, relaying that to Sasha. And what else do we do, Sasha? It's this is very strange. Yes and no we got, and this thing is not here anymore, so whatever causes is no longer in the building, apparently. What do you think we should do next?
Can you track with your mind stuff? Like, could you possibly, especially if we take something here that was burned, could you later with more time, figure something out with it?
Possibly, yeah. Possibly.
All right, then I'm gonna swipe something that looks like it would have, it would be important to someone. I'm not gonna swipe the desk phone from reception. No one cares about that. I want to find something that would have a psychic impression about it.
All right, go ahead and give me another stealth dexterity, since you would have to be avoiding the fire and rescue moving through the building. Bishop, are you joining Sasha?
I'm gonna try to distract him, make some noise and whatnot in some area to give him some space to do what he's doing.
Okay, so my roll got 0 successes. Do we want to double down and go for a dramatic failure, and I find something that I shouldn't find, and we take with us?
I think that's enough. I think you know Bishop's answer to that question.
Get caught immediately, but
Oh no! It's I would say 0 successes, we get something that doesn't work. I would say what's worse is we get something that does work.
or you get arrested right now.
Bishop's philosophy in life is you regret what you didn't do. So
Yeah, I think this roll was just for sneaking around, not actually finding something, right?
Yeah.
you may be caught.
Yeah, this was this was specifically to maneuver around fire and rescue.
Okay.
Is there anything
Well,
that I can do, like distraction, to get him to reroll or something, or something I can do to get myself caught? Maybe seeing that he's gonna be caught, I got thrown out and he goes by.
You don't know what he rolled.
I know that, but I'm seeing that he's maybe I'm seeing that he's about to be caught and coming out.
I am gonna have to mention it. Sasha's a she.
Yeah, she's. Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Okay.
Sasha,
0 successes is not good.
yes. As you get ready to move into one of the rooms, you hear a voice. You're not supposed to be in here.
I'm gonna try and lie my way out and try and come off as that they let me in. I'm just trying to grab something from my room. They said that the fire didn't destroy everything.
All
I'm
right.
sorry. It was Hernandez. Officer Hernandez at the front said I could go in, just,
Give me a manipulation plus subterfuge, and I will. I hate the fact that technically, I feel like it should be a resistance stat, but none of the resistance stats make a lot of sense for this type of roll. Wits plus subterfuge here to to know a lie. For myself.
I am gonna spend willpower as well.
Okay.
So that's a +3 modifier. Oh, scheiße.
Ignore that because why does it say 8 again? I'm not on 8 again. That's weird. I'm gonna refresh my page because for some reason it desperately wants me to roll 8 again, and this person does not have 8 again.
Don't mummies commonly do 8 agains? Is this a mummy masquerading as a firefighter?
You'd have bigger issues
Yeah,
if
You
it
cracked
was.
the case, Sasha. You cracked the case. Oh my
Eyes are
god, what's
glowing
going
behind
on
the
here?
visor.
There we go. 1 success.
Ephemeral, not ephemeral. Nice.
So, the way we do ties, since it's 1 success and 1 success, in the case of a tie, defender wins. And that goes for everything. Even if you guys tie and you're defending, you win it. Officer Herner, I don't know any Officer Hernandez.
I'm sorry, Officer Henson. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I've been rattled. Today has been crazy.
Today has been crazy for everybody, but you need to go through the proper channels. Anything that we are pulling out that is not just completely charred, we are reaching out to the correct individuals. You need to file a report with the fire department so we can make sure if your stuff is not burnt to a crisp, we can get it back to you. But I need you to vacate this area. Most of the building, while sound, I wouldn't trust it further than I could throw a stick.
I can't lose everything. I just, how does this happen? So, I'm gonna let him escort me from the premises and just like deliberately not look at where I know Bishop is hiding and just mentally say to Bishop, stick to the plan, grab something, get out.
Which is precisely what Bishop is doing to take advantage of this
Distraction.
distraction that Sasha managed to very successfully create.
So
Get something that looks like a personal item.
So
Something
give
critical.
me dexterity plus stealth, but add a +2 since there are less people in the building. However, while you do that, going back to Robert, Frederick, and Edward, you see Sasha being escorted out, not like hauled out or anything like that, but very much like you hear the firefighter going, I understand fires are devastating. It's a horrible situation, but we really have to watch out for people's safety here.
And
By the way, I
Sasha,
failed as well, so you know.
I'm aware.
Double down, dramatic failure. Take something bad back with us.
Always, yes. That's exactly. If it's about taking something, I'm gonna grab something just at that moment, yes.
So, Robert, Frederick, and Edward. As Sasha's escorted to the perimeter and left on her own after getting a very stern talking to by one of the officers that was nearby.
Well,
I ain't about to walk up and make myself look suspicious, so we're gonna wait till they decide to wander around the block and meet back up with us.
Being admonished, walking away kind of discouraged, kind of being all like, kind of still in the area because I'm going to hang out and regroup with the cell, but I don't want to just make a beeline for my accomplices.
are there any more looky-loos?
There are quite a few, obviously. Even the remains of a fire tend to draw people's attention.
We
You got a
can.
memory for faces, Barbie.
We can go hang out with the rest of the crowd. Less suspicious that way.
What I'm thinking is just maybe someone here isn't quite what they seem. We look around, see if there's any faces that we keep on seeing time and time again.
Ah. You good with faces? I'm okay with faces.
And trying to get my what have I done with my stats? They are.
Frederick, how are you with faces?
My memory recall's okay.
I got a phone.
You have just finished listening to this week's episode of Hunter the Vigil, Critical Measures, part of the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology, written and told by Wyverian. A special thanks to you, the listener, and if you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. As always, comments are welcomed. Until the next chapter, don't stop asking yourself, why must those who hunt monsters hunt themselves.